Hello everyone. Bonsoir, Dobry Vashar, Guten Abend all across India. I am Shruti Kaura class and welcome all of you to this wonderful session of how you could be rich. And getting rich is easy is just like that. You have to start it today. So before I go ahead, I can see that everyone has joined. Those who have not joined, please quickly join and mark your attendance in the Telegram channel. Wonderful. Let's go ahead. So I am Shruti Kaura class. Once again, I am an award winner at Unacademy. Let's go ahead and let's start this beautiful, wonderful journey. Everybody quickly join. This is a wonderful session. Trust me, it can change your life. Let's go ahead. So, who is she? Oh my god, she looks like me. Okay, so this is definitely my picture. I am Shruti Kaura and this is a glimpse of my award. You all can have a look at it. Next. My discount code that you're going to use to become a part of my Unacademy family is SCORALIVE. Use this code. Go ahead. Get the maximum benefit through this code. Let's go ahead. And many of you have asked me that what is this? You know, what batch is this? Like, what is this? So let me tell you, this is a batch I got from Unacademy and it's written, I am remarkable. You know, I got a lot of messages and comments asking that, ma'am, what is this batch? This is what I have just told you. I am remarkable. This has been gifted to me by Unacademy only. Let's go ahead. Next. Bumper offer is still on. Go ahead. Get the benefit all across India. Now, let's do, some novel study. And of course, just remember one thing. Leaders are all across India. Those who are attending my sessions, live sessions regularly. They are watching all my sessions. They always know that leaders are always reader. There is no second thought to it. I have not created this quote. This is the quote that successful people always follow. Let's go ahead. So add these novels, whatever, go through my playlist. Add these novels to your CV. And I got certain messages by stating that, ma'am, we are unable to check your playlist. So description is there. Playlist link is there in the description. Go and check that. Wonderful. Let's go ahead. Next. So the book for today is Think and Grow Rich. Wow. Right? And the author is Napoleon Hill. It's not Napoleon Bonaparte. It's Napoleon Hill. So in this video, I'll be telling you, I'll be summarizing you about one of the greatest self-help books. Think and Grow Rich. Now trust me, it is a book by, Napoleon Hill, and it definitely is going to change your life too, because it has already changed the lives of millions. So look here, think, right? As I just mentioned that it has changed the lives of millions. You know what really matters? Trust me, all across India, you all have come to listen that how you can also grow rich, and definitely we all want to grow rich. There is no second thought to it. So it really matters what you think. You must have seen in my live sessions plus sessions as well that I always keep on hinting at the fact that, think. So it really matters what you think, and that will help you to grow rich. Wonderful. Oh my God. Again and again, I'm emphasizing on the fact that this book has changed the lives of millions. So I cannot go ahead and write the names of those people, but I'm assuring you, I'm giving you, a kind of testimony that this has changed the lives of millions of people. Let's go ahead. Oh my God, this is a wonderful picture. Trust me. Let's go ahead. So it was, published in 1937 by Napoleon Hill. And you know how many copies have been sold till date? 70 million copies. Now the question is, ma'am, how does that matter? But you know how many copies has Harry Potter sold till date? It's 50 million copies. So you can understand Harry Potter has also been considered as one of the most bestsellers, right? And if you look at the figures, 15 million copies of Harry Potter and 70 million copies, 70 million. Isn't it impressive, class? Everybody, I can see everybody in the comment section is just like that. We have a certain limitations of the time period here. So definitely I can see all of you, and I want all of you to learn these principles. Let's go ahead. So, this book basically tells you that getting rich is easy. There are 13 steps in this book. Just follow these 13 steps and trust me, The image that you just saw, you can picture yourself, imagine yourself, visualize yourself holding these rupees, dollars, pounds, euros in your hand. Trust me, it will start raining, right? Just like we say, it start raining cat and dog, or it's been raining cats and dogs. Similarly, I'm telling you, it start raining money. Let's go ahead. Now, oh my God, one after another, so many interesting pictures, images. So now, of course, as I just mentioned to you, that it is going to tell me that getting rich is easy and I just have to follow 13 steps. Absolutely correct. So if I master these, 13 principles of think and grow rich, how can I actually become rich? I am going to tap the divine power of the universe. No, I'm not going to link it to the secret, but yes, I need, this particular anecdote or this particular example to tell you that even in the book Secret, it's been written that whatever you speak to the universe conspires, it's make sure that same thing you'll get back. So through this book, you're going to tap the divine power of the universe, class. And what is that? What Napoleon Hill called infinite intelligence. Trust me. Wow. It's like a double dhamaka offer, isn't it? It's like that you're getting the formula to become rich. Secondly, you're going to tap the infinite power, the divine power, which is called as the infinite intelligence. So through this book, I'm emphasizing on the fact that through this book, you're going to tap the divine power of the universe. And this is what this divine power of universe, the author, Napoleon Hill, has called this as infinite intelligence. And what happens when you tap this power? The question is going on in your mind. All of you have come for this session to actually understand how you can become rich. Yes, becoming rich is easy. It's just like that. You have to listen to those people who can actually tell you the formula. Let's go ahead. So now the big question that's, standing in front of us is that, how can I tap into this power? How can I attract wealth and abundance? Yes, I just have to follow what's written in this book and I'll be able to attract wealth. Imagine, visualize, everybody, Rohan, Sakshi, Maima, everybody just imagine yourself, Harsh, Anirudh, everybody just start imagining yourself, just, taking the money that's falling from the sky. You can tap that. Let's go ahead. Next. Oh my God, who is this, gentleman? Is he Napoleon Hill? Absolutely correct, class. He is Napoleon Hill. So a little background about the author. He was a journalist and an American author. And he's widely considered to be one of the greatest writers on success. Yes, he's considered as one of the greatest writers on success. Oh my God, he was also an advisor to FDR, US President Franklin D. Roosevelt from 1933 to 1936. He was also in the advisory council, or he was an advisor to FDR. Wow. Not only he is considered as one of the biggest, most famous writers on success, but he was an advisor to FDR as well. Now, how come he has come up with this idea of think and grow rich? Why we should consider it as a bestseller? I mean, I want all of you to question this thing. Why? He has researched more than 40 millennials. Imagine, consider some 40 millennials. So, he has researched some 40 millennials to actually find out what made them rich. Why these people have become millennials or billionaires. So, he has researched these 40 people. So, in this particular book, Think and Grow Rich, he has imparted that knowledge to all of us. So, let's tap into the divine power of this book. Let's go ahead. So how it all started. Earlier, the picture was of Napoleon Hill, and now who is he? He is Andrew Carnegie. Oh my God! The steel magnate, isn't it? Yes. So, the writer of this book, Think and Grow Rich, got a chance to interview the richest person of that time. That is Andrew Carnegie, was the richest person at that time, class. And the author of this book, that is Think and Grow Rich, got a chance to interview the richest person of that time. So what happened? Why this book? If he was interviewing just Andrew Carnegie, then how come he has interviewed 40 people? Let's go and find out. So interview was going good, when Hill was having interview with the Andrew Carnegie, interview was going good. Buts are very dangerous class. Right? Let's go and find out why this but is dangerous. Andrew Carnegie, the richest man in the world of that, during that time. So Andrew Carnegie, he gave the young generalist, a challenge. Imagine one of you sitting in front of your, particular interviewee. You are the interviewer, and the interviewee says to you that, okay, everything is going good. I want to give you a challenge. So he gave the young journalist a challenge. And what was that? You all must be thinking now, what was that challenge? He asked Napoleon Hill, this Andrew Carnegie, he asked Napoleon Hill to create a concrete, sound philosophy of success. He said, why don't you create something on the philosophy of success based on the experience of the world's greatest achievers? He was a little surprised by the statement of Andrew Carnegie. I'll repeat once again, while the interview was going on where Napoleon Hill was interviewing Andrew Carnegie, said him in between that why don't you create a concrete philosophy of success based on the interview of some of the world's greatest achievers? Then of course he must have said, how can I do that? He must have raised this question. So you know what happened next class? He gave Napoleon Hill a chance. He said, I'll give you a chance. The gentleman, Andrew Carnegie, he gave Napoleon Hill a chance of interviewing the world's most famous and rich people, and told that I would only bear your traveling expenses. Rest you have to manage. Imagine you are interviewing somebody and the other person is saying that I want you to create a concrete philosophy of success by interviewing some of the world's most famous and rich people. And then you ask the question, how can I do that? What is a possible way? Then he said, I'll give you a chance, but I'll only take care of your traveling expenses. Okay, good. At least somebody is doing something, right? We always think that grass is green on the other side, as I always told you. Let's go ahead. Next, what happened next? Did he actually, go ahead and interview? So he accepted that offer. He accepted that challenge. And he researched for 20 years. Oh my God, 20 years, 2 decades. And he interviewed 500 most rich and successful people and then made this amazing book. So he interviewed almost some 500 rich and most successful people. And then he created this book which we are going to study today. Imagine yourself, put yourself in the shoes of Napoleon Hill and then think. Let's go ahead. So this book is basically the combined wisdom from more than 500 of America's most successful individuals. It is a combined wisdom of more than 500 of America's most influential, successful individuals. Now, whatever insights they gave to Napoleon Hill, now you are interviewing some 500 people class. My God, imagine you're writing down the notes of 500 people, and this author has made our life easier. By interviewing 500 people, he has narrowed down the, principles into just 13 steps. Now you must be thinking, oh my God, just 13 steps? By interviewing 500 people, yes, he narrowed down their insights into just 13 principles, and that contributes to philosophy of achievement, right? And that is what contribute to, and that is what Hill refers to as a philosophy of achievement. So what is this philosophy of achievement? What are those 13 steps? I am getting eager. I am getting eager to know what are these 13 steps. Let me know quickly, ma'am. I would like to be the next richest person. I would like to be the next, most famous, successful and richest person of the world. I know all of you are thinking the same thing. Imagine yourself, all of you. Let's go ahead. Next. So ultimately, the next big question or the million-dollar question is, what are the 13 principles of Think and Grow Rich? Let's go ahead. The first is desire. Oh my God. The burning desire for your goal. Don't just wish. You know, if you see a Ferrari, if your friend, if your neighbor, if your relative has a Ferrari or an Audi, don't just wish that, what a nice car, I also want to have that. No, have that burning desire inside you that one day I'll have that Ferrari or Audi. So don't just hope. It's what you want at any cost. What do I mean by desire? Ichha, burning desire. What do I mean by that? What do you want at any cost? Trust me, when we say now all is fair in love and war, so consider that similar scenario. It's what you want at any cost, that burning desire inside you. Let's take an example. Let's understand what do we exactly mean by that burning desire. There was a man called as Edward Burns. I'm repeating again, look at the name, Edward Burns. And he wanted to be the business partner of the famous Thomas Edison. Of course, he is the inventor of light bulb. So, a common man, imagine yourself. So, we all are commoners, right? Imagine yourself that one of us has that burning desire inside us to become the business partner of Thomas Edison. Why will Thomas Edison consider some Edward Burns as his business partner? You could go and work there. Let's go ahead. What happens next? The story is getting interesting. It's so engrossing. Let's go ahead. So, did Edward Burns know Thomas Edison? No, he did not even know Thomas Edison. But what he has that inside is that burning desire. That desire to be his business partner. So what happened next? What happened next in the sense? Did Edward Burns become the partner of Thomas Edison? Let's go find out, class. He didn't say, he could have said that I'll do a job at Edison's company. He would have, find some solace by saying that, even if I'm unable to become the business partner of Thomas Edison, I would start working in his company. No, he did not say that. He said that I want to become his business partner at any cost and I will become his business partner. Wow, look at the confidence. Don't call it overconfidence. No. This is what is required. You give some name, some, English name to it, but at the end of the day, we'll call it the burning desire. You can have a look at it. Let's go ahead. Next. So what happened when you reach Edison's office? Now, oh my God, you are at Edison's office. So, when he reached Edison's office, it's not like that on the first day only. He went to Edison, he said, I would like to be your business partner. No. This is the rule of success. This is the rule of business. This is the rule of life, class. If you join anybody, first win the trust of that person. Then only that person will actually listen to you or help you or even collaborate with you. So, he did all sorts of jobs, howsoever menial it could be. So, he still had that burning desire to be Edison's business partner. He was doing job, he was getting paid, he was doing all sorts of jobs at Edison's office. And what happened, class? After some time, Edison invented dictating machine. No doubt he invented the light bulb, but I'm talking of his invention, which I'm not sure if you all are aware of it. He invented the dictating machine. And unfortunately, all the salesmen of Edison refused to sell that machine, stating that nobody will buy this machine. Oh my God, then how come Edward Burns is going to get profit through this particular situation? Let's go ahead, find out. So Edward Burns said that I can sell it. Imagine, you are the great Thomas Edison. All your salesmen are saying that, no sir, nobody will buy this machine. We are not going to sell it. And just one person out of maybe 100 or 1,000 is coming and saying, I can sell it. So he not only, just did what he said. The sales started increasing exponentially, class. The sale actually rose to such a level that Thomas Edison became very happy. And Edison gave him the contract for global selling of the machine. Wow. A person who Edison did not even know. He increased the sales of some, machine, dictating machine, which other salesmen refused to actually sell. So, what Thomas Edison did, Thomas Edison gave him the global contract, the global selling of the machine. He gave contract to Edward Barnes. Then, what happened? But is this what Edward Barnes was aiming for? No, he wanted to be the business partner. He still had that burning desire. So partnership started between Barnes and Edison. Barnes-Edison partnership started. Wow. So only one secret of his success, burning desire. When you have that burning desire inside you, imagine, visualize, feel what I'm saying, class. Feel, I want all of you to actually get this session in your mind so that today, tomorrow, after months, years, you'll be able to remember this session. You will be able to think in that same manner what I'm telling you. So only there was one secret of his success, a burning desire. So burning desire attracts what we think. As I mentioned at the starting of the session, think and grow rich. Think. It really matters what you think. So during this session, during this live session, I want all of you to think, to imagine, and the stronger the desire, the better it is. So it really attracts what we think about. Whatever you are going to think, class, the universe is definitely, you are going to attract the same things from the universe. Let's go ahead. One more example of strong desire, although there are two kinds of motivation, push motivation and pull motivation. So I'm taking you to the latter one, right? And it is also a good example, in fact, a perfect example of the pull motivation or the burning desire. Burn the boats, right? Who is he? Hernando Cortes. Hernando Cortes. Okay, so we are not really aware of who is he or who was he. But then the name has come up in burning desire, and the name and the particular formula, the phrase is burn the boats. What is this phrase, burn the boats? What happened, class, when a Spanish conqueror, so this Hernando Cortes, he was a Spanish conqueror. So when his warships arrived on what was called the Aztec Empire, today that's the modern Mexico. So when the warships of Hernando Cortes arrived at Aztec, he had the clear intention of fighting the Aztecs. He wanted to fight with the Aztecs. And he wanted to conquer that area and what is now called as the modern day Mexico, as I just mentioned. So when Hernando Cortes arrived at Aztec, he had a desire to conquer the Aztecs and to capture that area. But, class, when Hernando Cortes reached there, he realized that his army is outnumbered almost to the ratio of 1:100. He was badly outnumbered. Oh my God. And he saw that the soldiers starting to hesitate. Obviously, I am the king. What I can see, even my soldiers, my team members can also see. And now their morale is going down because they have also realized that we are badly outnumbered, almost to the ratio of 1:100. So they started to retreat. Maybe in case the war did not go according to plan, if they failed to win, so even they starting to hesitate and they started to retreat. They started thinking of retreating. So what happened next? Did Hernando Cortes lose? Because sometimes you can say that, ma'am, we could have the burning desire, but the end result is not only dependent on my burning desire. I am dependent on a lot of people. And if those people fail to cooperate with me, how can I achieve how can I fulfill my burning desire? So in that case, look what Hernando Cortes did, burn the boats. So in order to get the very best out of his soldiers, class, in order to get the soldiers win, he ordered his men, burn the boats. Oh my God, you are in the boat. You're about to, you're going to fight the enemy, the Aztecs, and your leader is ordering you to burn your boat. What happened? Are they planning to die? Are they going to commit suicide? Let's go ahead, find out. So, once the boats were burned, there was no way of retrieving. Retrieving was not possible, class, in case I'm a little hesitant. I have seen, if I am the army, I have seen that, surely the opponent will defeat me. So what I did to my brain, I said there is no way of retreating, do or die situation. I created a do or die situation for me. And soldiers knew very clearly that they only had two options. Similarly, what did I just say? They knew they had only two options, do or die. So instead of do, it's win or die. So when you feel such kind of things happening to you, try to create situations around you which says that either do or die, either win or die. Wow. Don't you think that's a, characteristics of a very strong character that portrays a strong character? Yes, it is. Let's go ahead, find out. So what happened? Did they win? By doing this kind of thing, actually, it created a burning obsession inside them. When Hernan Cortes ordered his army to burn the boats, it's created a burning obsession inside them, either to win or to live. So that's why his army went on to win the war. Absolutely correct. They deserve, they do deserve claps from all of you. I want to see the claps on my screen. Absolutely correct, all of you. Yes, his army went on to win the war. Even though they were badly outnumbered, they won. Wow, class. So this is the power of burning the boats. So not necessary, I am not advising all of you to put your life at stake, but do the required efforts, do the hard work, give sufficient time to achieve your goal. Don't just, make excuses all the time. So we can use the same principle to earn money as well. So how money is a big thing, right? Green paper, that's a big thing, right? There is a full movie on that. So what do we have to do in case of money? We have the burning desire. We saw two examples of Edward Barnes and Hernan Cortes, who was a Spanish conqueror. So in case of money as well, we have to follow 6 steps, be it for work, be it for exams, be it for life, be it for job, be it for money. What are those 6 steps under the burning desire? Let's go ahead. Now, if I have a desire, I need some 6 steps to achieve that desire. So decide exactly how much money you want. Decide. Set very specific goal. Just think in your mind, how much money do I want? $10 million, $100 million, $50 million, $5 million, whatsoever. Need not to be too big. Need not to be too small. It's okay. It's your wish, it's your opinion, it's your choice. Then, once you have defined that how much money you want, it could be monthly salary, by when, decide the timeline. How are you going to get this money? It could be a passive income, active income. Of course, how much and by when, again and again I'm emphasizing, do this. Where do you want this money? In your savings account, through stock market? How are you going to get it? Again, how much and by when? So when you actually set specific goals, there are very high chances you'll get that. So, to achieve your burning desire, you have to do these 6 steps. Another example, let's say I said you want a new car. So even if you want a new car, you should clearly define what kind of car. Is it red or blue? Yes, specific. Be very specific. Mercedes. Is it Mercedes? Is it Toyota? Is it hatchback or sedan? Is it sports car? Is it a limousine? How many seats? And by when do I want it? Do we want it? Then the step 2 is, what am I willing to give in return? Of course, everything demands something, right? There are no favors in the business world, as I always say. That's, one of my favorite lines. But then, if I am having the burning desire, step number 1, I have set some specific goals. Step number 2, what am I going to give? What am I willing to give in return? Everything requires, it works in this way only. So time, how much energy, how much sleep am I going to sacrifice? So step number 3, set a deadline. Always set a deadline, month, year, day, week, whatever you feel you are comfortable with. Then step number 4, create a definite plan. As I just mentioned, it has to be completely definite. It need not to be 100% right. I'm not talking about the accuracy class. I'm talking about a definite plan. And then start immediately. Don't think, okay, I'll do it later. Because there is no such thing called as a perfect plan. No plan is perfect. You just think and go ahead, based on your thoughts. So I'll repeat again, burning desire you understand through two examples by Hernan Cortes and Edward Barnes. That to actually achieve your burning desire, you have to follow 6 steps. And what are those 6 steps? Step number 1, as I'm just saying, decide exactly how much money you want. How much of a particular thing you want. Set specific goals. Right? Step number 2, what are you going to give in return? Step number 3, what is the deadline? Step number 4, create a definite plan. Right? Start immediate, and there is no perfect plan. Step number 5, write all of them in a clear statement. Write all of the above down in a clear statement. Write it up. And then step number 6, read this written statement aloud. दिन में 2 बार इस statement को पढ़ो. Like I always say ना, like the way you do brush, you take breakfast, you take shower. Similarly, read these statements aloud twice a day. Maybe first thing in the morning and the last thing at night before you go to bed. Then visualize your life as if you already own this amount of money. Visualize, if I have $10 million or $100 million or $50 million, what would I be doing? Visualize yourself as if you're already having this amount of money. These are the steps you have to follow to achieve your burning desire. What is the step number 2? Step number 2 is faith. Believe that you will achieve it. Like in case of Edward Barnes, like in case of Hernan Cortes. Believe that, yes, I'm going to achieve it. Next, Barnes became the partner of Edison not only because of his burning desire. Of course, burning desire was there, but he had faith in his goal. That is, he's surely going to win. What is the definition of faith? I want all of you to have this definition of faith, that surely I'm going to win one day. That is what that faith has to be inside you, apart from the burning desire. For the burning desire, follow 6 steps. For the faith, have that faith inside you. I'm going to win. Because winners are never quitters and quitters never win. Fine, let's go ahead. So what do I have to do? Right? For faith, what do I have to do? How can I get that faith that I'm surely going to win? Sometimes I'm low on confidence. This is what you must be thinking. Am I correct, class? You all must be thinking like this. Everybody? Yes. So daily 10 minutes. Focus on increasing your sense of self-confidence. Just 10 minutes. Focus on increasing your self-confidence. For example, right now you're attending this live session. It's giving you confidence. A lot of confidence from inside. Yes, I can also do it. Am I correct, class? All across India, it's giving you that confidence. Then the step number 3 is auto-suggestion. This is a new word. Faith, I know. Burning desire, I know. But what is this auto-suggestion? Mind the mind. Auto-suggestion is synonymous with self-suggestion. It means self-suggestion. What do I mean by that? Somehow I fail to understand. I know all of you must be thinking like this. So let's try to understand what is this auto-suggestion, how it can help us to think and grow rich. Our mind has got 2 parts. Conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Conscious mind is like the captain of a ship. It gives orders. It does the thinking and the planning. Whereas subconscious mind is the worker of the ship. It follows all the orders. It's a very good worker. It follows all the orders. And my day-to-day routine task, whatever day-to-day routine task I'm doing, brushing, breakfast, shower, and other tasks as well, maybe tying the shoelaces, they do not require so much thinking. Why? Because they are stored in our subconscious mind. Because we are doing them over and over and over. They are stored in my mind due to repetition. So the idea is that I don't have to think much when I am doing such routinal actions. Then what? So whenever any new thing passes on from my conscious mind to my subconscious mind, then I have to think a little. And that similar concept applies to my goal too. In the sense we are talking about the third step, which is auto-suggestion. And auto-suggestion means self-suggestion. So am I going to give myself suggestions? How? So we are discussing this how factor, that our mind is divided into two parts. Subconscious, you can see here, and the conscious mind. Conscious mind is like the captain of the ship, it gives orders. And subconscious mind is like a worker, it takes and receives orders. But whenever I am going to store some new thing in my mind, it's going to pass from my conscious mind to my subconscious mind so that I can do it routinely. It should become my habit, it should become my nature. Right? Now I am not actually thinking so much while doing the brush or while taking shower. But if I am training my subconscious mind to store a new thing, only my subconscious mind can help. Right? So similarly, for your goal, let's say the amount of money you want, the goal you have, store that in your subconscious mind. I want this particular money, I want to fulfill this goal of mine. And then do it through auto-suggestion. Give commands to your brain and ultimately start storing it in your subconscious mind. So auto-suggestion is nothing. It's just the repetition of affirmation, those statements. Just keep on repeating that. I need $50 million. Just keep on repeating that, and automatically those statements will get stored in your subconscious mind. Because what you are going to attract, what is stored in your subconscious mind, only you will attract that. That is why. So repeat your desire to your subconscious mind as much as you can repeat your desires. And place a feeling of faith and love. Yes, I have the faith and love behind it. Eventually, this will become your dominating thought. When you keep on repeating such things with love and faith, they'll become your dominating thought. For example, if you want 1 million, then create some scene in your mind. Visualize 1 million. Believe that you have got the money. Notice everything. Feel everything. I have got that, 10 million, 1 million. Imagine, visualize that exact real experience. Create the exact scene with emotion. That is what you call faith and love. So start giving these commands to your brain class. Next, what do I have to do here? Again, I have to read the statement with belief. I have to do it consistently, and I know it takes time. Subconscious mind works a little slowly, but then if I keep on repeating, it definitely works in the right direction. Step number 4, to think and grow rich. Generalized knowledge and specialized knowledge, but the step number 4 is specialized knowledge. Is it like that? What do I mean by specialized knowledge? Actually, class, general knowledge is little use when I'm trying to accumulate wealth, abundance. Like, I'm really not interested in a lot of facts and figures. This is what the author has said. If I have to become successful, rich, wealthy, I should have specific knowledge in the area which I intend to pursue, from where I intend to make my fortune. So what do I mean by specialized knowledge? What is specialized knowledge? Actually, knowledge that I can use. That I can actually use what I have learned. Now think of some general doctor and think of a specialist doctor, cardiologist, neurologist. Now imagine who makes more money. Is it the general doctor? The general kind of where you go to OPD, or is it like these cardiologists, neurologists? Why? Because they have mastered just one part of the body and they are earning more through it. They are just focusing on that specialized knowledge. That is what we call specialized knowledge. Even let's take an example. Once Henry Ford was called as a ignorance pessimist by some newspaper writer. And that newspaper writer wrote some bad things about him. And of course, Henry Ford filed a case against him. So when the proceedings started in the court, lawyers started asking Henry Ford some weird question. Of course, he filed a case, and when he went to the court, the lawyers started asking him some weird questions like, who was Arnold Benedict? How many soldiers did England send to America, in 1776 to stop the rebellion? He asked too many offensive questions. Ultimately, Henry Ford got tired by listening to such questions. His patience broke down. He said, by pointing the finger towards the lawyer, he said that I really, if I really have to give the answers to your weird question. So let me remind you one thing before you go ahead. Under my desk, there is a line of electric push buttons. I can push that button. I can call anyone who can answer these questions, including the business which I am doing. Like I have people, I have hired people. This is what he is telling you, right? So now, would you like to tell me that I will answer these questions which will never be useful for me and which I can get the answer for any question just by pressing the button? So when the lawyer heard this statement, he paused, and even others find it logical. Henry Ford was considered, he is considered as a specialist in the automobile history. There is no point that he should unnecessarily fill his brain with some other knowledge apart from specialized knowledge. And everyone came to know that Henry Ford is not an ignorant pessimist. He's truly educated. He knows what he must know and what he shouldn't. According to the author, specialized knowledge will help you to become rich. So don't unnecessarily store useless information in your brain which is not going to benefit you, right? So become master in one thing rather than concentrating on many things. Become a master in one particular field. No one can be better than you in that field. That should be your goal, right? That is what we call specialized knowledge, and this will help you to earn money. Step number 5 is the imagination. It means thinking about something that has not happened. Something has not happened to you, but you're thinking about that. You can create anything what you can imagine. Now you could think that it could be a tall claim. Man has achieved so much in the last 150 years with the help of imagination. You must have been thinking, let's go back to the history. If you said that one day will come when somebody will sit in a metal box and they'll fly from one country to another, nobody would believe you. But today, this imagination is a reality. You travel in aeroplanes, helicopters, seaplanes. So look at imagination. Somebody must have imagined aeroplane like a metal box, people sitting in that metal box, traveling from one place to another. And with the help of Henry Ford, his imagination definitely come into play. Traveling through cars has become possible instead of horse carriage. And $1 million businesses has been created just with the power of imagination. So to convert your dreams into reality, you require imagination and idea. Step number 5 is imagination. So what kind of imagination should we have? There are two types of imagination, synthetic and creative. Synthetic is some ideas are already into place. We are just observing somebody's ideas. We are not creating new ideas. We are either modifying them and we are just observing. And it's quite common. It only comes by observation or through experience. What is creative imagination? Creating something new. New ideas that have never been implemented before. Create something new. Although this is not much required, rather synthetic knowledge is, required much. That has been said by the author. So with the help of imagination, create a plan which is going to be the 6th step in the Think and Grow Rich philosophy. What is the 6th step? Organized planning. Without a plan, you don't have a destination. You are like a lost ship in the ocean. So what plan do you have for your life? Today you have to work on all these things. Do you want to know where you want to be in 1 month, 3 months, 1 year? Do you know that? So you should not only hope for success, but you should have a strategy in place, like how will you achieve that? Point number 1, plan. And plan is nothing but strategy. How am I going to achieve that particular goal? And trust me, I keep on insisting on the fact that no plan is perfect. When you start implementing your plan, you need to understand what is missing in my plan. That's okay. One plan, if you don't like it, reject it. Second plan, don't like it, but don't worry. Don't search for the perfect plan. Use your experience to improve. Rebuild your plans depending on the learnings. Keep on hustling for your goals. Don't ever give up. Har mat mano before reaching your goal. Don't stop. Don't stop when you are tired. Stop only when you are done. So to put your plans into action, again, what do I need to do? The main fact is that you all must be thinking, ma'am, then to create the plan, what should I be doing? Hire a team or get yourself associated, ally yourself with a group of people. Then decide your benefit as well as your team's benefit. Like what can you give to them so that they'll work for you, or even for the group, what you can contribute so that the group can help you. Don't hire people, those who have ego problem, they create conflicts in every situation. Please don't join that group or don't hire those people. Meet your group at least twice a week or maybe more if required until a solid plan is created. And the next question that all of you must be dealing is that, what if my plan fails? That's okay. Go back to the drawing board. Start with zero. Start with the level 0 and keep on trying until that plan works. The 7th step is decision. After, analyzing the data accrued from more than 20,000 men and women, the author came to the conclusion that, those people who lack decision, they don't have that power of decision making. Maybe they do procrastination, like delaying the process. Procrastination, that is delaying everything, is one of the leading causes for failure. For example, today we have set this time for the video, for the live session. If you think, okay, I'll do it later, that is again a wrong thing. You should not do that if you really want to become rich. Procrastination is considered as one of the leading causes for failure. Successful people do what they say. Commitment matters. Do what you commit to yourself. So procrastination and indecisiveness are the major causes for failure. Class, note down these 2 pointers. Procrastination and indecisiveness, they are the major causes of failure. Unsuccessful people change their decisions quite frequently. They don't follow them. So men and women of great health, on the contrary, people who have got great wealth, money, rich, so they take decisions quickly and they don't change their minds so frequently. They change their minds sometimes, but very slowly. For example, let's say all of you said that I will study for my exams. Now I'm going to study, but at the next moment, you said, okay, I'll study later. Don't do that. Don't do that. Step number 8 is persistence. What do I mean by that? Burning desire plus persistence is a magical formula for success. What do I mean by that? I'm continuously working on a goal. I'm not giving up continuously. Even if my one idea has failed, my plan has failed, I'm continuously working on that. And let's take an example. There was some boy who was partially deaf in his childhood. His teacher wrote a note to his family by stating that your son really can't do much things, here. Take him out and see what you want to do. So the mother of that particular boy replied that I'll teach my son and for sure he'll be successful. So after all this, even the child had a strong desire to be successful. And with his persistence, he achieved the goal. The best example is the invention of light bulb. You know how many times Thomas Edison failed before creating the light bulb? He failed 1,000 times. His key to success was that he never gave up. Persistence, right? He failed 1,000 times despite the fact that he failed, right? He never gave up. So to plan intelligently is the key to securing your fortune. And another best example, who is he? Colonel Sanders class. 1,000 times Edison failed and 1,009 times Sanders failed. He tried to sell his chicken recipes. He was searching for a partner. Everybody said no. 1,009 times. But with his efforts and persistence, he got one yes. And today, he is a millionaire. He became a millionaire. KFC is worldwide famous. And it is only because of Colonel's persistence. So if you want to fulfill your dreams, continue doing persistence till your dreams does not become a reality. No matter how many problems may arise. Now the main question, ma'am, how can I stay persistent? Very important point, very intense. Think positive. Stay away from negative people. Have clear goal, burning desire, and a plan. Yes, I'm clearly stating you stay away from negative people. Step 9, the power of mastermind. What do I mean by mastermind? Mastermind is nothing but having a team in place, team of people. And their job is to help you succeed and carry out your plans. Mastermind is just like groups, people. They'll also help you to carry out your plans, because imagine you are the only one who's saying to the universe that I need $100 million. But now you have a group of people who are saying the same thing to you. Imagine the amount of energy that you are sending to the universe. Don't you think that will be reciprocated in that same manner? Yes, it is. So what is the goal of this mastermind? It converts knowledge into power, right? It organizes that particular knowledge or that particular idea into definite plan, and then it translates plans into action. So if we say that average of 5 people, it depends. So the question comes, ma'am, how can I get this power of mastermind? It depends on the average of 5 people with whom you spend most of your time. Successful people spend time only with the optimistic and successful people, and negative and unsuccessful people spend most of their time with the negative, unsuccessful, pessimistic people. So always try to spend your time with positive and encouraging people. So of course, yeah, we are human beings. We are social creatures. And no doubt we are influenced by our surroundings. So if you are surrounded by negative people, for example, if you are in a group where everybody smokes, chances are very higher that you will start smoking. So best you start spending time with successful and like-minded people. Step 10, mystery of sex transmutation. So what is the meaning of the word transmute? It means to transform one element or one form of energy into another. So the author argues that sex is our most primal and powerful drive. So strong that is this desire that individuals often put their life and reputation on line to indulge in it. So when this sexual energy is redirected into other pursuits, it can have a far more potent effect. And a correlative to this principle is, if I just sum up, is the importance of selecting a compatible partner. When you select a partner for yourself, make sure that partner is compatible enough. Step number 11, this is very important, subconscious mind. You cannot control your subconscious mind. You can control your conscious mind, but you cannot control your subconscious mind. You can suggest that basically it definitely mulls over your specific plans, desire or goals that you wish to achieve. But the subconscious mind can only be voluntarily directed through the process of habit. In the sense, you cannot give commands to your subconscious mind. You have to repeat the things. You have to make certain things as your habit if you really want to direct your subconscious mind. You can have a positive emotion or a negative emotion in your head at one time only. Two emotions simultaneously cannot reside. So it's basically, this is what subconscious mind is, a connecting link between the finite mind of human and the infinite intelligence, which I mentioned at the starting of the presentation. So subconscious mind can be used, class, as a medium for transmuting. If you really want to convert one form of element and energy into another form, then if you want to transmute your desires into your physical or monetary equivalent, so you have to actually tap the power of your subconscious mind. And if you fail, now the question comes, ma'am, what if we fail to plant our own desires into it? This could be only because of your neglect, but otherwise it will feed upon any thought that reaches to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind catches, gathers, attracts that particular thought. So if you want to gain control over subconscious mind, form the habit of applying and use it to your advantage. Follow 7 major positive emotions. There are 7 positive emotions. Follow that: desire, faith, love, sex, enthusiasm, romance, and hope. Follow them. And even if there is a single negative emotion in your conscious mind, you're gone. It's sufficient that it will destroy all the chances of constructive aid from your subconscious mind. Don't gather negative emotions into your mind. Just the mere presence of a single negative emotion can ruin it. So what are those negative emotions? Fear. Don't have that in your mind. Jealousy. Never have that. Hatred. Revenge. As I always say, the massive revenge is success. Don't have these emotions in your mind. Greed. No. Superstition. Anger. Don't have them. Eventually, the positive emotions will dominate your mind completely, so that negative ones cannot enter. I'm so positive today. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm feeling blessed. Wow. I'm getting a positive emotion in my mind, So there is no chance of negative emotion entering to my mind. Do that. Practice that. The second last step is the brain. So every human brain is both a broadcasting and receiving station for the vibration of thoughts. Yes, it is. The subconscious mind is a sending station. Subconscious mind sends thoughts, right? Through which vibration of thought are broadcast. And sometimes what your subconscious mind think, and the same thing starts happening. Have you ever thought that you were thinking about something and that same thing started happening in your life? This is what is called as the law of attraction, right? And with the help of creative imagination, we receive the thoughts. When stimulated, like stepped up to a higher rate of vibration class, the mind becomes more receptive. You start having that vibration of thoughts. It's all the play, the game of mind. That is why they said the brain, the power of mind, brain. So this stepping up will only take place through positive or negative emotions. And I just said, don't allow negative emotions to enter to your brain. That is fear, jealousy, anger, hatred, greed, superstition. And the last step is sixth sense. That is what you call intuition. Or rather, based on the formula of Napoleon Hill, it's called as a creative imagination. That is receiving new ideas. I'm open to new ideas as long as they are positive. They are making me successful. They are making me rich. So this particular last step could be skipped. Even the author has said that, because most of the time we don't need creative imagination so much. Synthetic imagination works. So understanding of this sixth sense comes only by meditation through mind development from within. You have to do some sort of meditation inside. You have to become so powerful and strong that you are getting a flow of positive thoughts and emotions, that your burning desire, plan, faith, goal, their persistence, they all are going to make you that one person who's going to attract wealth, abundance, money. So once you have mastered this sixth sense as well, you are thinking something and something is going to happen, and you have already started realizing that, you'll be able to receive warnings. Your sixth sense becomes so strong, you'll start having the warnings about the impending dangers. For example, if you're going to get fail, imagine your mind is going to give you signal, oh, you might fail in some time. So to avoid them and get notified of opportunities in time, to embrace them, your sixth sense has to be strong enough. However, the sixth sense will never function if indecision, if you are indecisive, if you are in doubt, if you have fear in your brain. Trust me, sixth sense never functions. So remove these negative, dark, black thoughts of indecisiveness, fear, doubt. So why? They are closely related. Indecision relates or crystallizes into doubt. अगर आप फैसला नहीं ले पा रहे हो, ultimately it will take you towards doubt, and the two will blend together to become the end result. If you are unable to decide because you are fearful, and this indecisiveness combined with your doubt will lead towards the end result, which is fear. You will start fearing. Your creative imagination will stop working here, class. So if you have these fears, poverty, oh my God, I'll grow poor. Criticism, what others will say. Ill health, my health will be affected. Loss of love, old age, death, and susceptibility to negative influences, then it's very difficult. Your creative imagination will be killed by these fears. So to shield yourself from this enemy, like all people who accumulate great riches, what do you have to do? Put your willpower into constant use until you build immunity. Willpower का use करो, constantly use करो, immunity बनाओ. किसके against? Not the coronavirus, against the negative influences in your mind. There are negative influences here and there. Build immunity against those negative influences. Put your willpower into constant use. Deliberately seek the company of people who influence you. बार बार उन लोगों को सुनो, उनकी कंपनी में जाओ जो आपको इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं, सोचने पे मजबूर करते हैं. They make you think from a positive standpoint. Again, use your willpower to gain control over your thoughts. अपने thoughts पे control लो, command लो. अपने subconscious mind को influence करो by the positive factor. Because fear is just a state of mind. It is subject to control. You can control your fear, its direction. Use this knowledge to your advantage. So basically, what is the formula that author has projected? Desires plus ideas plus plans and massive action is equal to success. So complete this YT assignment. At the end, do 3 things: like, comment and share. Follow the formula. I'll make sure your names will be here. Follow these batch courses. Go ahead with the scholarship test. And again, don't forget to like, comment and share. That's all for today. This is Shruti Kaura signing up for today. Hope you enjoyed the session. Like it. Alright, goodbye.